Hello, this is Lori Popow, and as you see in front of you, we have an ostrich egg, a small goose egg, a chicken egg, quail, and a parakeet egg. Today I'm going to show you some guidelines for measuring. We're going to start with our basic division lines. I always make one line. Here's my first line. I use a tape measure. What we do is we take the edge of the tape measure, put it right against our pencil line we just made. Now let's wrap the tape measure around the egg. We want to do this tightly. Up, it looks like this is where we need to make our mark. Now I take the tape measure, and where I've made that mark, I will take the edge of the tape measure, put them next to each other, and bend my tape measure. Now I'm going to mark it at the bend. Some people can remember the numbers. I don't deal with numbers. Now we're going to lay it back on the egg on that first line we made. We're going to wrap it around to where we've made this mark. Now I take the tape measure, and where that mark was, I'm again going to take the edge of the tape measure, put it right against that mark, bend the tape measure. I'm going to mark the bend. Find our first line. Now let's mark it where we marked on the tape measure. Let's turn the egg and find our second line, which is right here. Again, we're going to mark this. So now we have our very first line, we had our second line, our third, and our fourth. It's time to extend these lines to the top and down to the bottom on all the little lines that we've made, little marks. To the top, the bottom. Now we can see where they didn't quite match up here. That's because of the eggshell itself. Extend these lines. Turn the egg over. Again, extend the lines. Extend the lines. Now we have 4 areas, but we need to find our middle. To do this, I lay my tape measure at the crisscross on the top. You can also do it on the bottom, but I prefer to do it at the top. And I run the tape measure down to the bottom of the egg where the bottom crisscross is, and I make a mark on my tape measure to let me know that that's where we need to stop. Again, I take the tape measure, bend it, match it up, the end to that marking, and bend it, and mark it right there. And this is the same thing you would do with your paper strips. Now I will lay the tape measure back at the crisscross on the top of the egg. Lay the egg down. Lay the tape measure down and start making our little marks. Go to the next division line again, make our marks. We're just walking around the egg. Make our mark. You want to try and make sure you're laying the tape measure down on the egg right at that crisscross. Now all we are going to do is just continue this line around the egg. And as you can see, sometimes the markings are a little bit off here and there. You adjust that. As you're working on your egg, you adjust all your markings. Okay, the egg is now ready to start on more lines, more divisions, but this is the basic 5 lines that most all the eggs are done by. Let's begin with our chicken egg. We will start by finding the midway points here and here and here. We will do this in each of these panels. You can make your little marks, but if you can eyeball it, it'll save you time, and that will be less pencil marks on your eggs. Now that's the beginning of our design. Now to extend it, we will take from this point to this line, and from this point to this line. And all we have to do is take our pencil and just diagonally make a line. Oops. Now the next section, again, you need to find the middle. And as you can see, because as we're going out, the egg is getting bigger, so the designs are getting bigger, or the diamond shapes are getting larger. And this is how we start our design. We will continue on the other side as we've done on this side. For more intricate eggs, we can keep our small area here and make all of our diamond shapes in here. And if we would like, we can go ahead and start a new band of diamonds in this row by dividing this square or rectangle, depending on how it came out. Again, you can make your little marks, your little pencil marks, or if you can just eyeball it, it's just the distance from here to here, just eyeball it, and from here to here, and this here will save you time, and again, pencil marks. So this is also done this way. Now I'd like to show you on an ostrich egg how we can continue with even more intricate lines. And this would be accomplished by making more lines. We had our basic lines, which were from here to here to here and here, and all on the other side also. But what we want to do now is to show how to make this even more interesting by dividing from this line to this line in half again. This can be measured out, however, it's much easier just to eyeball it. Again, the next one. I'll work this around the egg. This can be done on any size egg. If the egg is very small, then it would be very small lines, and it would be almost impossible to see, but it can be done. Now, to continue with making this more intricate, we're going to again divide from here to here by making even more circles. Of course, as I showed you before, we'll just continue connecting the dots here. Again, we will divide this in half. Now you can either make your little marks, or you can eyeball it, as I've done this last part. Okay, we will continue. Again, if we want to make even smaller designs, we can divide these lines in half also. Even smaller, divide all of these. And then you would then, for example, make your diamond shapes in all of these little squares. Put the ostrich egg aside for now, and here's an example of a goose egg that has been divided up in smaller amounts. And the designs here will be many more than on the chicken egg. So again, what we have done on all the eggs, we had our base lines that we've made, and we've decided that we wanted to go smaller. So it's a matter of dividing all these panels in half, and then if you want to go even smaller, then you can divide them in half again, all the new panels. Now, if you left it like this, you would end up with long thin diamond shapes. But if you decide to go smaller, to do that, you would divide these panels in half, and you would make your smaller diamond shapes. Next, I will be showing you all the different designs that one can make, starting with just a simple designs that we have done to the more intricate, and then we will take this design, and we will go vertically, horizontally, diagonally with different designs. On this egg, you will see some very pretty designs. I'm rather fond of this egg and the designs, therefore I have taken these designs and have incorporated them on other eggs that I will be showing you. Here we have jewelry pieces with the same designs. Here's the quail egg with the same designs. As you've seen, and that first goose egg, and here is the parakeet egg. Oops. Hopefully I've been able to show you the many different eggs in patterns and designs that you can make just from one design.